guys, don't forget, before we get into our sneak peek, like, subscribe to the Crime Chat, ring the bell, or this guy's gonna come after you.
Previously on Crime Chat.
And are we normal? I don't know. But here's your disclaimer, chatters. You've got to watch this movie. It's called My Best Friend's Exorcism.
Sounds great. That's like us.
I know.
I would chatter request.
Today is a chatter request. It is from my brother, Joshua.
An intro on fugitives, right?
Yes, we're going to be talking about a very infamous fugitive today.
The word fugitive has roots tracing back to the Roman Empire. Specifically, the word is Latin. The concept and term are well over 2,000 years old.
We're going to be talking about a fugitive from justice today. One of the most notorious criminals to ever be on the run. He murdered a 14-year-old girl. 2, he was arrested, tried, and convicted. 3, he was sentenced to death and later commuted to life in prison. 4, he escaped from prison.
Wait a minute. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Malevolent. Malevolent?
Malevolent.
Malevolent. Malevolent.
Malevolent. There you go.
Magnetometer.
Hey there, chatters. I'm Nat.
And I'm Kat, and welcome to the Crime Chat. I am your forensic femme fatale. Natalie is your true crime addict connoisseur, and we are ghost specialists today.
Yes, we are. And we're just two normal girls who obsess about dark crimes, evil minds, and occasionally the unknown, which we'll be going over today.
That's right. I am so excited. Maybe we'll have a cameo appearance from Stanley. But the following Crime Chat contains adult content and descriptions of potentially violent, spooky scenarios today. So your listener discretion is advised.
You've been warned. And before we get into today's Crime Chat, Kat, what have you done?
So I did watch the first 2 episodes of season 4, Only Murders in the Building.
Right.
So good.
It is good.
So good.
It's that good.
And Zach Galifianakis is on it.
I love him. He's so
Eugene
funny.
Levy is on this season. Eva Longoria. Get to watch in season 3. Your homework. You know, we started over. Grimm.
What? Oh, that's a good show.
I mean, it likes to watch things, the same shows over, which is fine. I like Grimm. Great. That's it. That's all for me. What about you?
I don't know if you can see, but I have paint in my hair.
Oh,
that I can't get out. So I went to the store to get some lunch, after I did a lot of the painting. So I went in and the person was looking at me and I'm like, oh, I'm painting. And the guy behind the counter goes, did you get any on the walls?
Oh. Yeah, jerk.
Listen, I did a deep dive on, I think I told you once before that I watched this movie Skinamarink.
Yes.
Saw something on YouTube about like a deep dive in what influenced Skinamarink and what it's truly about. And I found it to be so interesting that I rewatched the movie. I was watching it from a different perspective and I'm like, oh my God, this makes so much sense now. So what it's truly about is that the kid, so in the beginning of the movie, you hear the father on the phone speaking to the wife, saying, Kevin fell down. He hurt he got hurt. He hit his head hard. He's okay. And that's it. It turns out that Kevin wasn't okay. Kevin was still alive, but Kevin was in a coma.
I was going to say that.
So the entire movie.
Subconscious.
Yes. The entire movie was him in a coma. And when there were things fading in and out, it was his actual memory fading away.
Oh, wow. Okay. For your story today, we kind of already teased a little bit. It's a little supernatural, a little bit of the unknown, a little bit of the spooky ooky.
Yeah.
So you asked me to write an introduction on ghosts or like spirits. So a ghost, also known as a specter, is defined as the soul of a dead person living in an unseen world or capable of returning to the living world. But it wasn't until the 14th century, in the Middle English era, that the dead was considered to have appeared or be in a physical form. Before, it was more spiritual and not seen. But it wasn't until the 14th century that it started at least be recorded to have some sort of physical form. Ghost may appear as a living being or as a nebulous, cloudy/hazy. I had to look up nebulous.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a very big dictionary. But a like hazy likeness, like a cloud, like what you would see as some sort of like form
Right.
of the deceased person, or occasionally also in other forms. A place where ghosts are reported is described as haunted and often seen as being inhabited by spirits of deceased who may have been former residents or were familiar with the property.
Okay.
Now, traditional visual manifestations of a haunting include ghostly apparitions, the displacement of objects, or the appearance of strange lights. Auditory signs also include disembodied laughter and screams, footsteps, ringing bells, and the spontaneous emanation of sounds from musical instruments. The only musical instruments, I have drumsticks. I don't have any other musical instruments. So if my drumsticks were to get up and start going,
right,
yeah, no.
there'd be a problem.
I get whispers. I get a
touches. Yeah, like whisper. Yeah.
Yeah. Ghosts are thought to appear in many different forms. Here are a few of the most common types of ghosts that are found in ghost lore. 1. Vengeful ghosts. These are ghosts that are believed to have died under unjust or violent circumstances and seek revenge on the living. They are often associated with murder victims, soldiers killed in battle, or people who were just wronged in life. Number 2. Friendly ghosts. In contrast to vengeful ghosts, friendly ghosts are believed to be helpful or benevolent spirits that can offer protection or guidance to the living. These ghosts are often associated with deceased loved ones or ancestors who continue to watch over their families. I just had a thought. My uncle died like a year and a half ago, and it wasn't until recently that we started.
Could it be your uncle?
Maybe.
Well, why don't you start calling it by your uncle's name, the ghosts, and see
Uncle
what happens?
Jim. Okay, number 3, poltergeists. Poltergeists are ghosts that are believed to be responsible for physical disturbances in a home or other locations, such as moving objects or loud noises. They're often depicted as mischievous or malevolent spirits. So now to find out if you have one of these ghosts and what kind you have, there is some modern technology that has been able to enhance the appearance or presence of apparitions. Ghost Tube. We've mentioned it before. We played with it before on the Crime Chat.
Yes, I gotta check that out. Thank you for that intro. Yeah, and if you know, it's amazing how much technology we have at our fingertips today. Because if let's just say if Mary in my story had this, okay, it's interesting. Well, the story that I'm going to go over is 130 years old.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for that intro. Okay. I can't wait to try out Ghost Tube Seer.
Yeah.
And you're going to ask if Jim is there or not, Stanley. You got to find out. He's like, why are you calling me Stanley? It's Jim. It's Uncle Jim.
Uncle Jimmy?
Kat, are you ready for our crime chat today?
Yes, I'm on the edge.
Okay, well, like I said before, a 130-year-old case, okay? It is a chilling true crime story that bridges the gap between the living and the dead. This is the tale of the Greenbrier Ghost. In the late 19th century, Greenbrier County, West Virginia, is nestled deep within the rugged and isolated Appalachian Mountains. It was a community bound tightly by necessity, where people knew each other really, really well.
Yeah.
Nobody had any secrets. The Hester household was a place filled with the sounds of children's laughter and love. Zona's early education took place in a one-room schoolhouse, typically of that era. As Zona grew up into a young adult, her beauty and charm became widely recognized in the community. When Zona was 20, she attracted the attention of many men. She noticed, I would say, like a dark stranger. His name was Edward Shue. He did have a mysterious past. Behind those dark eyes, there was a secret.